Hey ghouls, it's me, Krueger, the sweetest psychopath you'll ever meet, and welcome back to my channel. Alright, so today we're going to go ahead and be playing with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. So the newest one that just came out, and this one, instead of the satin case like the last one, or the glitter one, it has kind of like a beach chair, like a beach bag feel to it, and these are the colors right here. I tried to clean it up a little before showing it because mine came beat the fuck up in the mail today. Yeah, it had been shooken all up. There's colors everywhere. If you can actually see right here in this color, there's like a big hole in it, like a giant gash or something in here. Before we get started, I do want to talk about the ghost in my house again. So it's been acting up a lot more recently. It's getting a little intense. So I was in my living room sitting on my couch, and my two dogs were on me, and they were both kind of getting really tense for some reason, and I didn't really pay no mind to it, but they were just like really staring off into the other side of the house for I don't know what reason. And then I wanted to get something to drink, so I got up and I was walking through my dining room to go to the kitchen, and there was a jacket hanging on one of the chairs in the kitchen, a small jacket, kind of like a windbreaker, and the chair kind of tipped over and the jacket fell to the floor. The chair didn't fall because it got stuck since it was like under the table. It was pushed in. It caught itself, but the jacket fell to the floor. Thinking like, oh, that's kind of weird. So I pushed it back up, and as I walked into the kitchen, this thing where I have the utensils all set up, knocked over, and like forks fell to the floor. And then after that, the little area next to where the kitchen is, I heard like walking, like if someone was kind of running off. Once again, I'm alone, and I could faintly hear whispering and like if someone was talking. And when I went to go check, there was nothing there. So yeah, ghost adventure this morning before filming this. So hopefully she doesn't interrupt her word actually do this. Actually, that'd be pretty cool, but we'll see. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into this palette. I have no idea what kind of look I'm going to create yet, but that's the most fun in it. I'm just going to start painting and doing whatever as I go along. So right away, I'm already obsessed with this Bahamas color, that pink shade right there. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of that with the back end of the brush that came with the palette. Pull off the excess. I'm going to start putting this in the corner. I'm actually really impressed with this palette. The last two palettes, if I'm going to be completely honest, they were like cute, but they weren't my favorites. I was just like really not too into the colors. When I saw this one though, I actually got a sneak peek of it because someone I know who works for a certain company was showing it off online when they weren't supposed to be. So right when I saw that, I was like, bitch, what the hell is that? I need that. So I was really excited waiting for this launch because yeah, I was like, oh, that pink in there, look at how pretty that looks. Blend that out that way. I'm actually going to take Chestnut Lip Liner from MAC to kind of start a crease on this side. And thankfully, you won't be hearing any more crickets in this video. My spider finally killed all of them. I don't know if I mentioned in my last video, the one before, that you could hear the crickets in the background. I had just fed a spider of mine, and it was actually a little peaceful at night hearing those little bastards. But he killed them all, and I'll feed him again in about a week or so. And then you'll hear crickets in the background again. Okay, that purple shade is really cute. There was brown mixed into it, so I'm going to take a smaller brush, going into the purple shade, which is called Cane. I'm going to go back. Oh, okay. I'm going to still dip into the Cane's purple color and bring that part up and under the eye. Next, I'm going to go into the color right here to kind of blend this together. Ooh, I'm going to take the white shade, and I'm going to start blending it out over this side. Ooh, that's really cute. I do want to deepen this up a little, so I'm going to take Palm, which is the brown color right here. I'm going to take a very small little brush and kind of just add that into the corner of the eye and kind of drag that under, bring that part up a little bit. I'm going to go in with this gold bitch right here. I'm going to add that right under. I'm going to use a little bit. Oh, that's really pretty. I'm going to go into these two shimmer shades here and put these on the inside to fill this all out. Oh. Ooh, that's dry. Look at that. Wow, that is pretty. Ooh. Ooh. Get my Caudalie grape water spray and just add a little more, especially right here because I want this cream to be sharp. Wow. Oh, cute. Actually, I'm going to take this color at the end that has a gash in it, and I'm going to end it with that. And I'm going to put that pink shade right here for shimmer on top of this pink right here. So I had to cut for a moment because I had to get up and get a brush, because with that last blue shade, a lot of fallout was on my cheek right here, and I didn't want it to set, so I went to go clean that up real quick. But in the meantime, I also added this silver shade into the center here just to help brighten it up a little more, since the two shades next to each other are kind of very similar. But anyways, next I'm going to take the pink shade right here, and I'm going to go ahead and add that on top of the pink to help blend this one out. Ooh, that's fucking pretty. I'm going to go into the color Estate, and I'm going to help kind of use that to blend out the top part of my brow bone and this purple. Alright, it's cute. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the other eye off camera, and then I'm going to go ahead and add lips, lashes, and all that other shit, and then we'll be back to talk about the palette and do some swatches. Alright, and this is the finished look. I went ahead and added Stevie lipstick and Amrezy highlighter, and I did add Envy Lash & Co.'s Vacay lashes. So my overall thought on the palette is it's pretty cute. I like it a lot for my first try. I definitely want to get in there and play with it some more. Like, I am definitely in love with that pink shade in the corners. That was like one of my ultimate favorite shades in this palette. The glitters are pretty nice. I'm not a big fan of like blue, especially this shade of blue, but it did perform nicely and it is really pretty. Except on this side, I had a ton of fallout. I don't know if you can still see it on my cheek right here. I did try to wipe some of it away, but I mean, usually I do my eyes before I do the rest of my face, so usually that's not a problem. I just did my face first to save time for the video. But other than that, like, I don't know, the palette's pretty good. It performed well. All the colors I did use performed pretty nice. And this color too, it is so crumbly and moves a lot. I don't know if it's because it was damaged in shipment or if that's just the way it is, but I'll go ahead and swatch some of these for you guys right here. Oh yeah, like I put it down and it totally kicked up a lot more from this one, from this shade right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that. Ooh, see, it's kind of crumbly. But it could be like that because it was damaged when I received it. I'm not too sure. So hopefully you can see these. My lights don't wash it out too much. So then those are the other two. Hopefully you guys can see that. And they're really pretty. And here these are. I don't know if you can see them when I do this or back here. But these are the shades of all the palette. And overall, I do like this palette. It is pretty nice. I'm happy I bought it. I think that the pink shade most likely is a pressed pigment, because I did notice when I swatched it in stores too. I put it on my finger and wiped it on my hand, and then I had pink on my hands all day from it. So just be cautious when you use that color, because it possibly could stain if it is a pressed pigment, and it definitely stained my hands. So my guess is it most likely is a pressed pigment. Alright, so in the end I did have fun with this palette and I can't wait to create more looks with it. If you have any thoughts about it yourself, I say go ahead and definitely pick it up, try it out for yourself. I mean, if you don't like it, you can always return it. Duh. But it is very my style. I love these bright, fun colors, and there's so much I feel like I could do with this. So I'm honestly really happy that I did end up going ahead and purchasing this. But yes, it is spring break, and I decided not to go on vacation because I will be leaving to LA in May for DragCon, and I am super excited about that. I'm trying to get all my shit together so I can create a really fun look to go out there for the 2 days, 3 days. I don't know what they changed it to this time, but we'll go ahead and find out. Honestly, last year, Friday and Saturday were really, really fun. Sunday was kind of lame. But it does remind me of one year I did take a trip to Austin with a friend of mine and we drove out there. And if you've ever driven to Austin, especially if you're from where I am, that is one hell of a fucking drive. At one point you kind of go through this area where it's just trees and it seems like it takes hours to get through there. And the whole time I was like, oh my god, if we run out of gas, we're gonna fucking be stuck here. Because it feels like we've been going through here, because it feels like we've been driving through here for hours. So it would be a bitch to go back. Sorry, my dog's acting crazy. And who knows when it ended. But we finally got out and we were kind of in this small town. We did realize we were out of gas. But we finally made it out of that area and ended up in this small town, and we did realize that we did need gas. And the closest place we found was a 7-Eleven that was super outdated. It wasn't even a 24-hour 7-Eleven. It was completely shut down. Like all the lights were off and like there was no one working there. There was nobody even around there. But we're like, whatever, we just hit the gas pump. But as we pulled up to it, we realized like the thing was so old, it didn't even take cards. The only way to pay was to go inside. And it was like barely like fucking 1:32 in the morning. I remember it was really late. And we're like, well, bitch, what time do they open? I'm not gonna wait. So we did end up driving a little more ways, and we did find this place. I believe it was called Donna's Bar and Grill. And it was like this, like, I guess, steakhouse, kind of like a Rudy's, if you know what a Rudy's is. So it had like a bunch of like barbecue food and gas pumps, which is good for us because they actually took cards. And the place, I don't know exactly where we were, but it was surrounded by this huge wooded area. So we get out of the car and we're going ahead and putting gas in. I'm just stretching, like, because we had been fucking driving for hours. All of a sudden, then I noticed that, like, there was a bunch of moss flying around the lights up above where the gas pumps were. So if you actually go back to my Instagram way, way, way back, there's a video. I was taking a video of, like, the moss flying around, just checking it out. And then one of them comes spiraling down and lands. And I go up to get a close-up. And as I do, I'm just like, oh my fucking god. They weren't moss, but the biggest fucking hornets I've ever seen in my life. That thing was huge, and it landed right in front of me. And I was like, oh my god. I turned to look at my friend and was like, hey, I think we're done with the gas. Go, let's get in the fucking car. I jumped in the car and closed the door. And then he kind of like kind of saw when I was like, and then I'm like, get in the fucking car. So he puts the gas pump up and runs into the car and closes the door. He's like, freaking out because he's like, what the hell's wrong with you? And then I'm like, did you fucking see those? And as we're doing that, you could see more and more were coming down, and they started landing on the windshield of the car. And it reminded me of that part of Jumanji when the fucking mosquitoes like breaking through the glass. Not that it did that, but they were just these giant, so many of them, giant fucking hornets just landing all over the car and just going up to the glass. It was like, oh, you could see like their stingers or whatever, and like their fucking scary little faces. And I was like, bitch. I sped out of there, and they were like hanging onto the fucking car. And I had to turn on the windshield wipers and everything to kind of get them to get off, but they were hard to get rid of. And the whole time I was paranoid as they were driving. I was like, oh my god, one landed on my back and it's gonna sting me as I'm driving and I'm gonna crash and kill us all. That didn't happen, but anyways. That trip was okay. I remember I was annoyed because that whole fucking like 10-hour drive to and back, I did it all by myself. My lazy ass friend was too sick to drive. I remember I was so fucking annoyed, but whatever. I ended up having fun on the trip. It was cute. But anyways, if you guys want to hang out with me in between uploads, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. That's Tara_Krueger, and I'll leave that down in the description below. But if you like this video and if you enjoy me, go ahead and share it. Share it with your friends, your mom, your dad. Definitely tell your dad about me. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed me. Smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And until the next time, I'll see you ghouls later.